Hey guys, welcome back to another build video. Today I have this Deadpool statue and I will be showing you the step-by-step process that I took to make it. I made this just in time for Deadpool and Wolverine, so without wasting any more time, let's jump straight into the build. Okay, so first things first, you're going to have to get the file. I got this off of Etsy from Spider Habitat's page. It's a very clean and detailed model and comes with two different variations for his head, the masked and unmasked version. So you can decide whichever one to go with. I went with the masked version. And I apologize for this, but some of the footage got corrupted. So basically, I printed all of this out on my Neptune 3 Pro and then primed it with Vallejo Surface Primer. So the first paint I used is this rosé airbrush paint. And basically all I'm trying to do is get underneath the mask and all of the other shadowed red areas to help give it a little bit of a detailed shadow effect. It'll help give the model a little bit of depth and a little bit more color contrast rather than just it being plain red. Up next is just this standard red paint, and this one you're just going to be spraying straight onto the body, and this is going to cover most of what the red is. And basically you're not trying to go up too high or underneath where you just did the rosé color. You're trying to hit it straight on, as this is going to be sort of like the base main color of the entire print. And once I was done with the regular red color, I then grabbed an orangey red color and kind of tried to aim sort of downwards to sort of give it a lighting effect on the entire model. After I was finished with the red, it was then time to move on to hand painting, and the first thing I did was took this glossy black and went over all of the black areas on the entire suit. Also, I know the footage is a little wonky looking. My camera stand kept shaking. I needed to get a new one, but basically I had to stabilize the entire video, so that's why it kind of looked funky. And I'm sure you guys can tell here, but the back of the legs on this print definitely didn't come out the best. It was the only way I could orient it and it not fail. And this is why I'm kind of moving away from FDM printing for the models, just because with resin printing it's so much more precise and you can still hold all the detail. Next up, I used this chocolate brown for all of the leather straps and the belt. Next up, sticking with the Vallejo brand, this is the gunmetal gray color, and I use this on the entirety of the gun except for the handle and the grip. Back to the glossy black, I use that on the handle and the grip. And for the katana, I decided to stick with the gunmetal gray just because I don't have a chrome, but if you do have a chrome hand paint or even airbrush paint, I would definitely recommend using that. Next up, for all the buckles and studs, I decided to use this neutral gray. Now for his skin, I mixed together a white and a mustard yellow because his skin is kind of rotting and kind of like a weird nasty shade. So I mixed a yellow and a white together and used that on all of the slashes in his suit. Using the white and a very precise brush, I did the eye lenses. Then for the blood, for all of the slashes and cuts in his body, I mixed together a red and that glossy black together, and it gave it a nice deep kind of shiny red that kind of mimics the same shade as blood. And while you're painting the blood on, you don't have to be too careful with it. It is blood, so it would splatter and kind of get all over his suit if it was him actually in the middle of a fight. So if it gets on his suit, don't even worry about it. It kind of gives it a more realistic look to it. Up next, because he is battle worn, I wanted to give his suit sort of a weathered look. So I took that glossy black paint and mixed it with a lot of water and just painted it on sections at a time and then wiped it away, and that'll help give it sort of a grimy, weathered look, and this really helps bring the model together. And now that I had the majority of the statue done, it was time to move on to the base. So the first thing I did with the cinder block was just use that neutral gray and just painted the entire cinder block that color to make it stand out. And then mixing together some brown with that gray, I sort of used that as the base's main color. And I didn't catch it on camera, but I did mix together a green and brown and use that all over the base as well to give it sort of a grassier concrete look. And I also used a dropping tool and used that same blood and dripped it all over the base to make it seem like he was dripping blood. And for the finishing touches, I completed the logo on his belt. And there you guys have it. That is how I made this Deadpool statue. I had a lot of fun making this print, and I feel like this is definitely the best work that I've done. I hope you guys enjoyed the video. If you did, please drop a like and also comment what you guys would like to see me make next. And subscribe to the channel if you're into 3D printing or makes like this. Thank you guys for watching, and I'll see you all in the next video.